everyone, welcome back with Decoeasy. My name is Janny. I'm doing this home decor channel together with Dyanne, and I hope you are ready for our daily DIY. For this DIY, we need some stacking blocks, and I using this because this one was available. They are a little bit hard to get here in the Netherlands, so I hope you have them with Dollar Tree or Dollarama, and you have a little bit, I think always a little bit bigger pieces of wood. Here they are a little bit of the smaller sizes, but we have to do with it. And this was a package for 2.90, if I am correct. So I hope in this, soon in the future I can get a little bit more of the bigger ones. But we are going to try to make a farmhouse home from tumbling tower blocks. So I have already a couple of my blocks on my table. What we're going to do first, we're going to make a square from 3 pieces each. So first we're going to make 4 pieces from 3 blocks. So I show you in a moment. I do as fast as I can. At least I'm trying. My fast is probably not your fast. So you see, we are going to make 4 of these pieces. So you see, we have already 4 pieces with 3 blocks. And of course, if you have bigger blocks, then maybe you should choose for 2. But I have a little bit of the smaller ones. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make a square. Just do it this way, and we're going to glue this to each other so we get a nice square. At least if I can get it get it straight. You see already, this is the square. I'm going to glue this together. So then we're going to do the next step. So you see, we have 1 frame finished of our house. We are going to make again, taking our blocks, and we are going to make again 4 pieces with 3 blocks on each other. So a little bit the same like we did earlier, and later we are going to attach it a little bit different like we did with the first panel. So of course I'm going to make 4 of these blocks from 3 pieces, and then we're going to do the sides of our house. So if I figured out I need for 1 panel I need 3 of 3 blocks. So I'm going to glue both of them on each other to make a side of a house. So we will see if this will work or not. We are just hoping for the best. This is just a try, of course, also for me. So we will see if this will work out or not, and even if it will fit or not. I think that's the question. If everything will fit or not, we will see. This is one of the panels you see already, and we are going to place it on the sides. I'm going to make at least already 2 of them, and then we're going to place the sides on top of our frame. So you see, I have my bottom, I have 2 of the sides, and you see this is just 3 blocks, 3 blocks and 3 blocks. What I'm going to do, we are going to glue this on top of here, and this one on top on the other side. You see it then this way. I showed you. So this is how you're going to glue it. So I will glue it together, and then I show you again how it is attached to each other. Then it's a little bit easier for me to show you. So you see, I did the side panels on top of here on my frame of my bottom. You see here, this is very simple. You see here, this is our 3 piece we just glued on top of here. You have to squeeze it a little bit in, at least with the sizes I use for my blocks. I am going to turn around. I was just trying something out to get a frame inside of the frame. So I made 3 blocks again, and I did squeeze them inside of here. I show you that on this side. So I will do 3 very simple. Of course, you have to use my glue gun. It fell out of me. So I'm going to make 3 blocks again on top of each other. Just try to do it as neat as you can do, because then you can get them better inside. And immediately remove your glue, and I am already having so much glue. I am going to glue this one over here, and now we have a threesome. we are going to, of course, I have to work away my glue. And of course, always when my camera is running, it's one big mess with my glue. So sorry about that. So you see, I'm going to take this frame and of course we are going to work this inside of here and just squeeze it a little bit down below and try to work a little bit with it. You see already, it doesn't even need some glue. You're just going to get it. I'm going to blind you, sorry. This way. You see, now we have both of the sides. We already have a frame. Now we need the frame inside of here. So you see a little, I placed my camera a little bit lower, but now you're almost on my placemat. But what I'm going to do and what I did, you saw me already making this side. I also did this side with a little bit of glue and 3 blocks, but I did have to sand off a little bit of the third block because it was a little bit too big. So I did each side, I did have to work a little bit with it and made it a little bit shorter. What we're going to do now, we're going to do the tops. Of course, we also need one over here. I'm going to do 3 blocks and maybe I have to sand it because I had to here. I had to have to sand it also a little bit down. So look which measurement your blocks are. It's a little bit measuring out and trying things out. So I'm going to do the tops and then we almost have the underside of our little house. Then we only need the top of our house and that will be also a challenge. I am sure. And here you see already the frame of our house. Am I satisfied with it? No. No. This is totally not the way I wanted to go because the blocks are I think some of them have a little bit bigger or smaller measurement. It looks the same, but if you measure really out, it always gives a little piece sometimes that it doesn't have the right size. But we are going to work with it and maybe afterwards I will say it looks okay, but if I will do it again, I don't know. We will see. But this is a tryout. You never know how a DIY is turning out. So I'm going to now go to the top of the house and I am going to use some blocks and I'm going to use 3 of them for every piece. So 3 for this one, 3 for this one. And I'm going to make a couple of cuts in our little blocks. And I mean, I use one, the normal size, and I'm going to do 2 on the sides. And from this side, I'm going to cut out a piece, and from this side, I'm going to cut out a piece. So you get a nice ending and a closure for your roof. So I'm going to saw it out, and then I show you exactly what I mean. So you see here, I have 3 of the pieces for my roof, and I am really hoping that it will look okay. I am really have a hard head in it. So if it will work or not, we will see. This is just this can be a nail it or fail it because I don't know how this will turn out. I'm going to glue this on top of the frame of our house and then we are going to paint it. So you see already a little bit of the frame of our house. What I'm going to do, I'm going to work it off with some little blocks to make a little square before we're going to paint it. I'm going to do 1 block over here and I'm going to glue a 1 block under here to give it a little bit more of a touch. I show you in a moment a little bit better and then we're going to paint it in the white color. So you see already our house is this far and I am ready to paint it. You see already I made 2 on the front side and the left side. I made 2 little extra blocks to give it a little bit more character. What I'm going to do right now, but you see already I have little pieces in between. It is so hard to get them really fitting, even if you measure it out right. It didn't work out the way I wanted to, but we hope at the end we still are happy how we turned out. So I'm going to get my white chalk paint and I'm going to paint, of course, in the white chalk paint, but you can paint it in any color you like. And here you see already our house is in the white color. I show you a little bit this way. It's hard to get it on the camera because he's a little bit big. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to distress it again with the black and the brown. I will do this with a little music so no one is bored when I'm going to do the distressing, because a lot of you already know how I distress my pieces. So I do it without music. So if you don't want to see it, just skip forward. And here you see already our little house is distressed, and what we're going to do right now, I'm going to make some greenery for the front side and for the back side. I think I'm going to make a little wreath, but we will see. I will find some greenery and then I show you what we're going to make on top of here. So what I'm going to do, I took some wooden rounds. I have always a little different sizes of this little slices of wood. I always order on AliExpress. I took one of them and I'm going to use this as a center. What I'm going to do, I have here my greenery and I am going to make a little display on top of here, and then later on we can attach it to our house, and then I can remove it and do something else on top of it. If I glue it, I always make damage to my house. So we are going to try to glue this on top of our, and I am going to look for if I think this is a little bit too long to have on my, and you see already this is much too long for on my thing, so I am going to cut them always a little bit shorter. So you see I am going to cut a couple of them shorter, and then we're going to glue again on top of our little wooden slice, and we are going to make a total round. I show you in a moment how he's looking like. So you see already I have the base already on top of my slice, but you still see here are little pieces open, so I will fill that up also with the same greenery. So just go ahead and glue it in between, and then you see get a nice full side. So you see now I have a full, yeah, kind of a wreath. It's not totally a wreath, of course, but at least we are going to make a round. I'm going to take some lavender, and I used the white color. I did off some picks and I made them a little bit smaller. So I made 4 pieces in one every direction one. I'm going to glue this, and in between we are going to do little pieces of lavender. So this is where we're going to make a little star. So you see we have already our lavender inside of here, and just do whatever you like. If you like another greenery, do whatever you think is right. It's just really great to use a nice little wooden slice to make your little display on top, so you can always change it by the season. So you just do a little bit sticky gum on here and you just stick it to your house. What I'm going to do, I also have 2 of this little greenery, and I'm going to glue this also on top of here. I hope I get it a little bit in between. Of course, squeeze it in, and just this one on the other side, and again squeeze it in and just lay it down so it will stick together. So you see now you have a nice display, and I'm going to attach it to our house, and then I'll show you the finished result. And here you see the finished result from our wooden house we made from some tumbling tower blocks. I have to say I did better DIYs. This was really an adventure. This was a challenge, because you see already I did some lights on top of it, and for now I did a Buxus ball under it because we left the underside open. So I did a Buxus ball. Of course, here you see also the little wreath we just made. I can stick it also on the front. So I don't know yet what I like better, but the house is finished, and at the end, I think he looks very cute in my decor. But like I said, this is not my best one because the blocks were not always even. So if you want to make this DIY, please be careful and watch if you have the blocks the same measurement they all have, because or else you won't get the house straight. So, but for now, I think he turned out okay. I am so happy you did this DIY together with me and we did it together. And of course, let me know in the comments if I failed it or nailed it. So thank you for being here with me, and I hope to see you in our next DIY. This was it already for our daily DIY. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you like this content, we hope you will consider subscribing to the Dyanne and I channel. For now, we wish you all a beautiful, beautiful day.